Bonjour and welcome to French Action. Today we are going to look at three tenses: the present, the past, and the future. You know that tenses are very important in languages, so that's what we're going to do. And if you're ready, then let's go for it. Vous êtes prêts? C'est parti! So which one are we going to use now? Of course, the present. To help you, I have put the English version and the French version of those tenses. So we start with the present continuous. In English, you would say something like I'm working, I'm doing, and so on. So in French, I am working is je travaille. For the simple present is I work. But guess what? It's also je travaille. So basically, there's one tense in French for the present tense, whilst there's two in English. Good deal, isn't it? Some examples here. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? What are you doing? Je cherche une robe. I'm looking for a dress. I have added the imperative, which is the tense of command. For example, if I say to somebody, work, travaille, if I'm talking to one person and that person is my friend, or somebody I'm not close to, travailler, or more than one person, I would say travailler. But if I include myself, I would say, let's work, travaillons. An example here, sortez, come out. So to help you with all this, there are some videos you can watch on French Action. You have the ones on the present tense with the ER verb, but also the IR verbs. And for the imperative, you have two videos here, giving instructions in French, and the imperative in French with crêpe recipe. So we've done the present, now we're going to go into the past. So now we are moving into the past tense for completed actions. We have the past historic in English, passé composé in French, where we would say I worked with ed at the end. In French, it gives you j'ai travaillé, where we use the auxiliary verb of avoir plus the past participle, and that gives you j'ai travaillé. In English, we also have the present perfect. I have worked. I have worked. J'ai travaillé. So this means that there's one form in French whilst there's two in English. This is a good deal, isn't it? A little example here. During an interview, quel est le poste que vous avez préféré? What is the post you preferred? Some more past forms. We have the imperfect in English, which is l'imparfait in French. So this is when we want to say I was working, or when you're talking about a habit in the past, I would do this, I would do that. So we have different forms in English, but in French it's just je travaillais. With the ending of AIS, there's a video on the imperfect tense, which you can consult. And you also have the pluperfect, le plus que parfait. When you want to say in English, I had worked, not I have worked, but I had worked. So what we're going to have is j'avais travaillé. So in fact, we would just have I had, which is j'avais, and travaillé, the past participle. We have the immediate past, passé immédiat in French. In English, it gives you I've just worked in the UK or I just worked in the US. And in French, it's going to be je viens de travailler. So basically what you're doing, you're using the present tense of venir de plus the verb you wish to use in the infinitive form. Here are some videos on the past tense. There are more videos on the past tense, but I couldn't put everything. So what you can do is just type past tense in the playlist and you will have all the videos. But just a sample where you can see the past tense with avoir plus the present tense of avoir since you need it. And you have the second part of that same video, but that is with to be. And of course you have the present tense of to be and a little game, your French challenge 3, where you need to decide if it's avoir or être. And all this on French Action. We have finished with the past tense. Now we're moving to the future. So we're going to focus on the immediate, or what we call immediate or near future, which is futur immédiat or futur proche. It's when you want to say, I'm going to do something. So here we're going to say, I'm going to work. I'm going to work, but work as a verb and not the workplace. Je vais travailler. And in the simple future, which is just the futur in French, you would say, I will work, but you could also say in English, I will be working. So here we have two forms in English against just one in French, which is je travaillerai. In a very French manner, we would say je travaillerai. I'm just drawing your attention to those two videos which are on French Action, which you can watch. And let's dive into our exercise. For this exercise, you will need to translate a paragraph into French. So let's read. I'm preparing for my friend's birthday. He will be 18 in 2 weeks' time. I went shopping yesterday and I chose a present for him. I also bought a new outfit. It was on sale. Because of the color of the outfit, I will have to buy a new pair of shoes. Let's look at the translation. I am preparing for my friend's birthday. I am preparing is just a pure present tense, so we're going to use préparer, IR. And for that, we just get rid of the R. Je prépare l'anniversaire de mon ami. But we have to remember that to prepare for, the for is not translated in French. Je prépare l'anniversaire de mon ami. Next sentence. He will be 18 in 2 weeks' time. Il aura 18 ans dans 2 semaines. So be careful here. You need to remember that for the age, when you want to say he will be or he is, whichever tense you want to use, you need to use avoir and not to be like in English. So now we have the past tense. I went shopping yesterday and chose a present for him. J'ai fait du shopping hier et j'ai choisi un cadeau pour lui. Then we have, I also bought a new outfit. J'ai aussi acheté une nouvelle tenue. And then we have, it was on sale. So here, we no longer have an action in the past, but we have a state. So it was, learn it as c'était, using the imperfect, and on sale is en solde. And we finish off with the future. Because of the color of the outfit, I will have to buy a new pair of shoes. À cause de la couleur de la tenue, je devrais acheter une nouvelle paire de chaussures. So devrait is the future of devoir, to have to. I hope you enjoyed this video. We went through the present, past and future tenses you must be able to master. If you like the video, then please like it, share it, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. Au revoir!